All right, welcome back. We're going to finish out Unit 9B, Day 2, looking at secants and tangents and the angle measures they create. Remember, if you have secants, tangents, or chords that are intersecting on the edge of the circle, then we use 1/2 whatever that intercepted arc is. Inside the circle, 1/2 the sum of the intercepted arcs, and outside the circle is 1/2 the difference of the intercepted arcs. So we were doing some examples, and we have about 4 examples left to do. So let's do these last 4 examples. Okay? All right, so when I look at number 6, I'm going to zoom in so we can see it nice and close. When we look at number 6, I can see that we are intersecting this circle inside. When we intersect inside, the angle is 1/2 the sum of the intercepted arcs. Okay? 1/2 the sum of the intercepted arcs. And I can see, I know this arc here is 52, and this arc here is 40. And you do want to make sure that the angle you find is the one you're going to want to find. So the angle that goes with those intercepted arcs is the x. So that's good, because that's what we want to find. 1/2 the sum. When we subtract, we have to put the bigger angle in first. It's always the angle that's further away. You don't have to do that when you're adding together, but if you know both of them, it doesn't hurt to put the bigger one in first. So that angle x is going to equal 1/2 of 52 plus 40, which is 92. So x is going to be 46 degrees. All right, let's look at number 7. Number 7, so we were inside the circle here, but look at where my intersection is. These don't intersect until way over here. This angle V that I'm trying to find is definitely outside the circle. So for outside the circle, our angle equals 1/2 the difference of the 2 arcs. So when I come here and I'm going along and I look to see, oh, I hit an arc here, and then I keep going and I hit an arc here. I know one of those arcs is 100, but they didn't tell me what the other arc is. But I can find it because I know all the way around this whole circle is 360 degrees. And I used 110 for this top part. I used 100 for this outside part. And I used 80 for the bottom part. So I'm going to do 360. I'm going to take away 110. That leaves me with 250. I'm going to take away 100. That leaves me with 150. And then I'm going to take away 80. That leaves me with 70. So that is this arc right here. 70 degrees. Okay? All right, so if that arc is 70 degrees, then I can start filling this in. The angle is the measure of angle V, and that equals 1/2 the difference of these 2 arcs. Always put the outside bigger arc in first. 100 minus 70. So the measure of angle V equals 1/2 of 30. So the measure of angle V, half of 30 is 15 degrees. Okay, 2 more. All right, when we look at number 8, number 8 is kind of an interesting one, and it's one where it's really easy to make a mistake, okay? Because when I look at this picture, my first instinct is to go, okay, we are inside the circle. So that means my angle equals 1/2 the sum. So then we go, okay, that means that angle is 1/2, and I can see I have 2 arcs that I know. This one here is 90, and this one here is 130. And it's not central angles, because I can see the center of that circle there. Definitely not central angles. So I've got my 2 arcs are 130 and 90. So my angle equals 1/2 of 130 plus 90, which is 220. And so my angle, half of 220 is 110. So it's real tempting to go, oh, okay, x is 110. But look at the angle that goes with these intercepted arcs. The angle are these vertical angles. So these two angles are each 110. But I'm trying to find this angle here. So this one is 110. I need to know how big is just this x. Okay, so I know together these two angles have to make 180. So to find x, I need to do 180, and I need to take away this 110, which is going to give me 70 degrees. So be real careful when you're looking at these problems that what you're finding is the correct answer, because sometimes you have to find a different angle before you can find the one you're looking for. Okay? All right, one more last problem that we're going to be looking at. I have to zoom out so we can see the question and the picture at the same time. Oops, wrong direction. All right, so I have this picture here. So my intersection is on the circle. And we did these at the very, very beginning of the notes. When we're on the circle, I know that means the angle is 1/2 the arc. Okay, so if my angle is 1/2 the arc, here if I'm looking for the arc on this side, here, the angle is 98, and that equals 1/2 the arc. Well, remember, to get rid of that 1/2, all we have to do is multiply by 2. So 98 times 2 is going to be 196. Equals the arc. Okay, but when I switch to the other side, now that TSR, oops, I put that 196 in the wrong place, didn't I? That TR is going to be my short side. TR is this short side. TSR, it's important to read, right? TSR, so this piece here is actually my 196 should go over here, not here. So we still need to figure out how big this is. So good thing I was reading and paying attention, right? Okay, so when we do this piece here underneath, I know the whole circle has to be 360. So if I used 196 already, that's going to give me how big the remaining arc is. So the remaining arc is 360 minus 196, which is 164. Not this 196. Degrees and degrees. So together these make 360 because they're my two arcs. So my 196 and my 164 are my whole circle, 360. And then I could check it by saying, okay, the 98, if I take that away from 180, then this angle here is 82. And if I double 82, I sure do get to 164. So I can feel confident that I did my math correctly. All right. If you have any questions over any of these intersections being on the circle, inside the circle, or outside the circle, when to add, when to subtract, when to multiply, when to divide, all of the things, make sure you're attending sync time, or if you're an in-person student, make sure you're asking during class. And then each day after sync time, remember your teacher is probably keeping Zoom open, so if you are a virtual student, that is a great time to ask questions. And there's also lunch tutoring every Wednesday and Thursdays. The links are in Schoology. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.